going to Staten Island, go out to do search and rescues, give first aid, give out food to people. There's still certain people missing out there.
We were here the night of the storm. The water just came so fast. It was so nerve-wracking. We had the dog in the house.
Threw the dog on my shoulder and took off. We walked out, it was waist height. When I first looked, minutes before that, it was at my toes. My neighbor passed away. They found him right under this post here, which is a piece of material from the construction site up the block. These things are deadly. They took out a lot of foundations, did a lot of damage. And if we left 2 minutes later, those probably would have killed us too.
I don't think people in this area are concerned about voting as they are about taking care of their own personal lives right now. The other thing is that the normal voting areas are local schools in this area. Some of them are still shut down.
With this time of disaster, I don't know how the turnout will be. Staten Island is known here as the Forgotten Borough. This area looked more like a war zone. We had a lot of death. Some are unreported. Across from us is a neighbor who unfortunately lost her mother. We're talking about a 90-year-old woman and her daughter. And they didn't leave on time, and they couldn't leave because the storm was getting worse and worse. And what they tried to do was hold on to furniture, thinking that this might help from them being taken over from the sea. And unfortunately, as the water rose, she panicked and, of course, had a heart attack. And they both had hypothermia. Even though it does bring a tear once in a while when I see my belongings destroyed. But the first thing I think of is people lost more. We have to move forward. It's important to vote. I know already where to go. If they do not open, I'm sure they're going to reroute people to different locations where they are open.
As far as the political aspect of it, I didn't really, at this point, it's not on my mind because there's too much to worry about. I kind of feel like it should be on hold. The election itself, before, give people time to think about what they want to do. This is going to take your mind off of it. You can't think clearly and elect who you want. You can't vote for who you want if you're thinking about what food you're going to eat tomorrow and where you're going to live.